name is Makayla, and today I'm going to be doing kind of like a story time, and it's going to be about why I dropped my sorority. So this is honestly something kind of hard to talk about, especially because most of the people that watch my videos are people that I know. So about last spring, so spring 2018, is when I had joined my sorority. I was a freshman, so it was my spring semester of freshman year. Freshman year in the fall, it was honestly being in college. I was living in a dorm at the time. Like, the friends that I surrounded myself with were not in a sorority. I feel like immediately when someone is in your sorority, you two connect more than anything, or if you are just in another sorority, it's something that you guys kind of have in common. I was not a big party girl, so I never went to parties and I never connected with friends that way. Really, it was from like my class and people on my floor in my residence hall. So I met someone in my class that was in a sorority, and all the time she was always talking about it, and I was like, I want to be a part of that. Like, that's something that I want to do. Spring semester, I did something called COB, which I don't think a lot of schools have it, but my school does, and it's called Continuous Open Bidding, and a lot of sororities don't do it either. The sorority I had joined is one of the smallest sororities on my campus, and they did it because they were still needing to reach their goal of having new girls join the chapter. So I was one of those new girls, and at first it was like amazing. I was treated nicely. I absolutely loved it, but when I soon got into my sorority, I noticed that everything was just really sugar-coated when it came to recruiting me. Everyone was not who they actually were. A lot of stuff was really fake, and it just wasn't who I was. I wasn't there to be fake. I just wanted to be me, and I started to realize, like, I'm paying all this money and all that we were doing is fighting. There's a lot of drama, and that's when I was kind of thinking, like, what did I get myself into? Like I said, I was not a really big party girl. I really loved what my sorority stood for. And, as it was going into summer, I was starting to think, like, am I really in this now? Like, is this what I'm doing? So, again, in the back of my mind, there was some, like, I was thinking, like, am I really doing this? So, when I finally got back that fall semester, we do it a week before classes start. Well, actually, it was 2 weeks before classes start. We do a whole week where we prepare for the new girls that are coming in for fall recruitment. So, I was like, wow, this is exciting. I never did fall recruitment. I never thought of joining a sorority going into my freshman year. So I thought, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited. It was the complete opposite of what I would have ever thought. And it's honestly so heartbreaking to say because I loved a lot of those girls, and I still do, but I don't talk to them. And then we go to take a break after recruiting girls, and everyone's arguing and fighting, and it's just, that's when I knew, like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then when you're finally kind of, like, past that point, I started to realize, hey, they said, like, they like each other, but they're over here fighting about this, or they're doing this wrong, or they're bashing the sorority, and they hate our chapter, and it was a lot of negativity, and honestly, my chapter was really struggling, and I think for me, I was kind of like, I can't do this. Like, mentally, I was unable to put myself 100% into this chapter. In my heart, deep down, I just knew that I couldn't do it anymore. I prayed a lot about it, and I kind of was like, I just can't fight this battle anymore. Like, I just kind of was put into something that I really don't have any desire to be. It's almost been 2 years I've been dating my boyfriend. We have our own apartment now. Our relationship is stronger than ever. I have my cat. I have to work, and to like make all this time for something that I wasn't getting anything out of wasn't realistic for me anymore, and so that's when I decided to drop my sorority. I was a number for our chapter, to be like, oh, we have this certain amount of girls, and if I was to drop, it looks bad on that. And that's what I really felt like a lot of times, was a number. And it honestly really broke my heart a lot. But I just kept having to remind myself, like, I've thought about it long and hard. I've, like, talked to my mom about it long and hard. And at this point, I was like, I have to make this decision. And this decision for me is that I'm no longer going to be in this chapter, and I'm going to pay off any money that I owe to them and cut it off completely. When I went into it full of passion. I was so excited. I was like rooting for my sorority all the way. It was something I was so proud of. I put the pin on my backpack. I wore all these different shirts every day, and I really represented my sorority and its values, or at least I tried to. But there was times that it was so hard and people were so mean that I just didn't want to surround myself with that. And I really believe, truly, deeply believe that when you surround yourself with those people, like some people, and you're getting nothing out of that relationship besides negativity, that it is okay for you to cut that out of your life. I was not getting anything out of it. I started to realize that like my relationship with my roommate was more genuine than the relationship I had with some of these girls that call me their sister. I started to realize that if like things were really starting to affect me because I was just trying so hard to shove what was wrong with our sorority deep down and on the outside make it look great and really try, but it was just a lot. And I don't know if it was a situation that I was personally put in, but this new pledge class that had came in this year, I saw how close all the girls were and how truly like awesome it was, and I didn't have that. And some people are genuinely so happy and in love with their sorority. So please don't take this video as something like, oh, I should never join a sorority. Some people, it truly changes their life and it's amazing. But for me, it was just not for me, and I learned a hard lesson from this, but a good one. And I've grown as a person more than ever, and I can't thank so many girls enough. And to this day, there are so many girls that are still so nice and genuine to me, and again, I can't thank them enough for that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and comment down below if you're thinking about joining Greek life, if you enjoyed this video, or if you have any story times where you have opened up about something personal that you really didn't want to share. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!